Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Life After Her podcast with your girl, Nicole N. Sweeney. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I am so excited about today's episode number 4, entitled The Black Family. But before we go into today's episode, I want to remind you guys that my book, Life After Hurt, is on my website. Grab your copy so you can follow along. You can purchase it at NicoleSweeney.org or you can purchase it on Amazon. So go grab your copy of Life After Hurt so that you can follow along. Now, if you have been keeping up with the podcast episodes, you would have found out that episode number 3, entitled Ghetto Hot Entanglement Mess, ended very badly for Journee. Journee, unfortunately, went to jail, y'all. She went to jail for punching Case in his face. Y'all like how I did that wrong, right? So she ends up going to jail. She's behind bars. She ends up lying down on the hard, cold metal bed, and she falls into a deep sleep. Yeah, she falls into a deep sleep. And while she is asleep, she is beginning to dream about her life and everything that happened to her from her childhood all the way up until, yeah, I can't tell y'all the rest. I got to grab a copy of the book. So today's episode, number 4, entitled The Black Family, I have some special guests that are joining me today, and I'm so excited. It is none other than my lovely sisters who are going to be joining me on today's podcast episode. So without further ado, I am going to bring them one by one in birth order so that we can just talk and chill and talk about some things we experienced growing up. So I would like to first introduce my big sister, Shakira, aka Stren. Hey, Stren.
Hey, Journee.
Next, we are introducing, oh, y'all pray for my family, the wonderful Alicia, aka Audacious. Say hello to the people, Audacious.
Hi, hello.
And last but not least, the baby girl of the family, Jessica, aka Joy. Hey, Joy. So we all are going to just be talking. And if you notice, each of us have on our character names. And the Life After Her story, my book, is actually about just my life. It is based on a true story. It's inspired by a true story. So we are going to get right into it. And as you guys see our sweatshirts, my sister Shakira designed all of our sweatshirts. So Shakira is the crafty one out of all the sisters. So before we get started, we are going to be talking about chapter 4. And within chapter 4, but first, before I go into chapter 4, let's see which one of my sisters finished the book. All right, which one of y'all finished the book and who did not? Who's going to get the Sister of the Year award?
I finished the book.
Audacious, you finished the book?
I finished it.
Okay, Audacious finished the book. Joy, did you finish the book?
Yes, I did.
Okay, Joy finished the book. Stren, did you find a strength to finish your book?
I am still using my strength to finish the last chapter.
Okay, we going to give Stren a pass.
I have to do that, sis.
How long the book been out?
Jessica, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to understand.
Jessica is not using her joyful manner.
Excuse me, it's Joy. Thank you.
Okay, so we going to keep it light for now. So we are going to talk about chapter 4. Who would like to summarize chapter 4, or at least talk about what went on in chapter 4?
Whew. I guess
I think the oldest should do it.
The
Okay.
oldest. Go ahead,
I
oldest.
always, yeah, that's normal.
Okay, go ahead. Sharon.
So, according to, my opinion, how I feel, chapter 4 is an introduction of the family. It expresses us, our names, our, some of our characters. We all grown from how we were younger. And then it talks about different situations that ourselves have been in, whether we shouldn't have did it or we shouldn't have did it. But, we were all young and growing. And so chapter 4 it's a very interesting introduction. So,
Yes.
Jessica, Joy, tell me about chapter 4.
Is this put us on the spot?
I want everybody to read it. That's what I want.
Okay, so Joy wants everyone to read it. Thank you, Joy. I appreciate that. But I think Strength made a very important point about it was an introduction to family, right? So we all have family, we all come from family. And families, specifically in the 80s, growing up in the 90s, because that's the era we were born and grew up in, we experienced a lot of struggles, right? So as you guys as you read the book, you'll find out that our parents, weren't rich. We actually lived in a 1-bedroom apartment. And it was, how many of us in there, Audacious?
19.
Okay, as y'all can see, Audacious is the silly one out of the siblings. So no, it was not 19 of us. It was
8.
actually Joy, yes, it was 8 of us in a 1-bedroom apartment, right? So we, as young kids, we didn't understand, we didn't know any better. We knew we were family, we knew we had to stay in a 1-bedroom apartment, but that didn't stop the love that we have. So although we lived in a 1-bedroom apartment, I want to ask my sisters, what was the most fun thing growing up in that 1-bedroom apartment from back in the day? What's something, fun that you remember from growing up in that 1-bedroom apartment? Don't go all out. Okay, go ahead, Joy.
I'll start. I just remember playing outside. Kids these days, they don't even do that anymore. Just playing outside and playing with riding bikes and all that fun stuff.
Yes, definitely playing outside. We did that a lot growing up. Okay, I like that. What about you, Joy? Audacious.
Well, I like the fact that we all went to school together. And I like that. We all went to school together. So I always had a sibling with me in school.
Yeah.
Growing up.
Yeah. I like that too. And it's interesting you say that, because everybody knew us by our last names. Nobody knew us by our first names, because that's how big of a family we were. And we were like rolling deep in our school. So I like that too. How about you, Stren?
Boy, it was a lot. Being the oldest, I got to witness everything. I got to witness us all being in that one room fighting. Y'all messing with my, touching my radio. Y'all know I like stuff like that. I had my oneness, and it was hard for me to have my oneness, to have my own, because I had a lot of younger siblings. But, with us always being together was really important and fun for me. Yes, we might have had our differences. Oh, I want this, oh, I want that, but that made us stronger as adult women. And for us to be together now, so that's what's really important.
So you think that 1-bedroom apartment caused us to be closer together as siblings, which is why we have such a strong sisterhood now?
Yes, I feel as though since we were always grew up together, we did everything together. We always had that one knit, close knit. We did everything. It was just everything was as one, and that's what we were used to. We didn't do anything. Well, one did this, one did that. If one of us wanted to go somewhere, we all had to go. We was a tribe. If I couldn't go, y'all wasn't going. If y'all wanted to go somewhere and I didn't want to go, y'all wasn't going. So it was all one. We all did things amongst each other. And as we do now, we, even as, adults and we live in our own homes, we still seem to do things similar. We similarly raise our kids the same. We similarly still eat the same food. We similarly still interact together. We still, do a lot of things very similar as we did years ago. We just, do things as an adult.
Yeah, I find that some of the things that one of y'all might do, I might see it in the other one, different mannerisms or the way we talk. I do see that in each other. So you're right. We definitely grew up very close knit, and we still are close knit today. And I think a lot of Black families, right? That's the title of this podcast episode. Is a lot of Black families were raised very, very close knit. And I think that's very important to families, period, but especially the Black family, because we experience things so much. We go through so much as a culture. We're constantly, being encountered with racism and just poverty and violence and even drugs in the neighborhood. So it was very, very important to stay close as a family. So I think most Black families can attest to that, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Now let's talk about the fun stuff in chapter 4.
The fifth.
So there was a situation where Strength and Maven did something that they were not supposed to do. Now, y'all, if you are a parent or an adult that is always around kids, when it gets quiet in the bedroom, that means something is up. So there was a scene in chapter 4 where Maven, which is Marquise, our brother, and Strength, they went out the window down the fire escape to grab, what was it, Shakira? I mean, Strength, what was it? Was it a nickel or a quarter?
I'm sorry, I don't recall that story.
Okay, y'all, she pleaded the fifth. She could plead the fifth all she wants.
I apologize. I don't.
But the one bedroom apartment we lived in, the bedroom had a fire escape connected to it. And so on this particular day, well, most days, right? We always were in the bedroom playing with Barbie dolls, and my parents were in like the living room listening to music, Luther Vandross. My Papa Black loved Luther Vandross. Mama Black loved Whispers. So we were in the room. I don't know what or why Maven and Strength decided to go down the fire escape, but they did.
What?
So, you don't remember that? She got selective memory, y'all. So
I don't.
So who went first? Maven or you? Well, either one of them. Somebody went first. They went down, they came back up, and they told me not to say nothing. Joy, Strength, and Gracie were playing elsewhere. I don't think they were paying attention, but I knew what was going on. Mind you, I'm the third oldest. Okay, here's the birth order real quick. Strength is the oldest. Maven, which is our brother.
Rest in peace.
Then rest in peace, Marquise. Then it's me, Journee. Then it's Gracie. Then it's Audacious. Then it's Joy.
Age before beauty, y'all. Age before beauty.
Wow. Okay, Joy. That we gonna say that. You can get that because you baby girl. Baby girl Journey.
That's what we doing.
So But for whatever reason, was watching what they were doing. They told me not to say nothing. They come back upstairs. My Mama Black busts in the room and says, "What are y'all doing? Y'all too quiet in here." And the rest goes down the drain, y'all. I blurt out what they did, and Mama Black went off. Maven and Shrimp got in so much trouble.
I didn't get any trouble because I wasn't a part of the ordeal.
Okay, so yeah, apparently that was, I don't know, maybe it was another sibling that we had.
Hire a lawyer, Shakira.
You lying.
But that was definitely a fond memory growing up. Speaking of fond memories, what is your most fondest memory growing up? Let's start with Audacious.
What?
Fondest memories growing up?
Oh, okay. So when we was in I think apartment 27, we was I think roller skating around the house with our skates or something. I don't know. That's a good memory that I remember.
Okay, I do remember that. All right. How about you, Joy? What is your fondest memory growing up?
Okay. So I remember for Christmas, Marquise Maven, he got the Super Nintendo for Christmas. And I just remember playing the Super Mario Brothers and Yoshi and catching cherries off the tree. And then I had Barbie skates that same Christmas. So that kind of goes along with Audacious skating around the apartment. So
yes. Yes, Joy. I remember those Barbie skates you had. What you say, Audacious?
I had 2 left skates.
Wow. That explains everything now. I'm joking.
Wow.
Yes, but no, I remember the skates, and I remember us playing video games. We always played video games growing up. That's a really fond memory. Strength, what is your fondest memory growing up?
One of my fondest memories growing up was
me being born.
Well, that was pretty cool because I treated you like you was my own.
See?
But besides that, it was Friday nights, how we watched our TGI Fridays.
Oh, yeah.
Our whole selection, Family Matters, all of them. And we would all sit down and watch the shows as a family. And that was really fun. We really enjoyed that. And we did that simultaneously, like every Friday until they just stopped showing it.
Yes. I remember TGI Fridays with Family Matters, Step by Step.
Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World. What were some other ones?
Sabrina the Teenage Witch, I think.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Friday, thought they were excited.
Yeah.
I was young, so I don't.
Whatever. I don't know her name.
Right.
We had a lot of good fond memories. I would say my fondest memory growing up was when Mama Black surprised me with some Fila sneakers for my birthday. And I was in the bathroom, and this story is actually in the book. I was in the bathroom because we had mommy had picked us up from school. We all were in standing in the hallway in apartment 27. I went to the bathroom. I came out, and I remember all y'all standing there like waiting me to come out the bathroom with Mama Black. And Strength, you had the bag of Fila sneakers behind your back. And then I remember like y'all surrounded me, and I was like in the middle, and you showed the bag, and I just fell to the floor because I'm like, oh my God, Mommy, you got me these sneakers for my birthday. And I was so happy. That was the fondest memory I had. And Mama and Papa Black couldn't really afford anything expensive for us. So that was a big, big deal.
I have one more when you're done.
For us. So that was one of my fondest memories. Go ahead, Strength.
I have another one that just dawned upon me. So, since, being that I'm the oldest, I remember when it was your 16th birthday, And I went to your school and I surprised you with some roses.
Yes, I remember that
I
too.
don't know what made me
What?
do it.
Like,
That was actually my idea.
Oh, it was?
where my roses?
No.
I was 16 once.
Oops.
Yes, I remember
What
that.
happened was,
Yes,
Yeah.
so my big sister got me roses, my first dozen roses at the age of 16. So this
Oh,
is Joy and Audacious. Y'all need to level up. Y'all got a whole
Get you a
there goes
plant.
our sister of the year.
You
Right.
get a plant. You get a plant, sis.
I'll
wow.
take a plan. I'll take a plan. All right. So we are going to now transition into how we moved out of apartment 24 and we moved into a house, right? On
Lord.
Lincoln Street. And
Oh, the blue house.
the blue
Oh
house.
yeah, I remember that house.
We were so excited to move into the house because it was more space. Strength got her own room. It was very, very spacious. And we finally moved into a house because we always, we lived in an apartment. We grew up in an apartment. So it was so, so exciting to move into that house, right? Until it caught on fire.
Right.
And that was a devastation for us as a family because we weren't in there long. Actually, we hadn't lived in there long, and it was our first real house, and we were just so happy. And it seemed like it was just taken away from us immediately, and we lost everything in that fire.
Yep.
So how did that make y'all feel when we had that fire? Shrimp?
I guess. It was, I felt like, oh my gosh, we got to do this all over again. And it was hard to deal with. And I was just glad that we all made it out safely and we weren't harmed. And the materialistic things were just materialistic. We could always replace that, but we can't replace family. So that was important that we were safe, but we had to do it all over again. Find another home. And we're still in school and we're still young and we're still doing this and doing that. So it was rough.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Audacious?
I just remember the fire. I probably was little, so I don't really recall anything else. I was young, but I just know we caught on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Joy?
As I am younger than Audacious, I have low fond memories. I remember, didn't we share, me, Journee, Audacious, and Gracie? We shared rooms, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the other two the two older crumb snatchers had their own room. So what I remember,
That's right, your crumb snatchers.
However,
Yo, you a mess.
I do remember the fire. And I remember the firefighters, they gave me a blanket. And then
Oh wow.
I remember, I don't know, I guess I thought, don't judge me, but I guess I thought the fire started because somebody threw a cigarette on the roof. Don't judge me. I was young. But yes, that's what I remember about the blue house.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I call it the blue house, but yeah.
Yeah, it was a blue house. It was a blue house.
It
I got
was.
a funny story about the blue house.
Yes, the blue house.
Yes, go ahead, Nicole.
I was gonna say, I just remember just being very scared and shaken up about it because we had never experienced that before. And it was like the night was so exciting. It was fun. We were looking forward to whatever was going to come that night. And then next thing you know, like we are practically running for our lives because we didn't want, to get burned in the fire. But I just remember just being very, very scared. And I remember seeing Mama Black just crying, and the devastation from her cry hit me like, wow, this is real serious.
Right.
And I couldn't think past that. I had that vivid memory of Mama Black crying in Papa Black's chest, and just the disappointment and the devastation of that experience. So, but we made it. Mama and Papa Black kept us together as family, and God always has a plan.
Yes, it is.
God always has a plan. So before we wrap up, I want to give a huge thank you to my sisters for joining us for today's podcast episode number 4, The Black Family. But before we leave, I want to see if any of my sisters want to share anything with the folk, the people. So I'll go to you first, Trin.
Of course, I'm always first. Well, what I would like to express, to everyone is to always share your story. No matter how it may make someone else feel uncomfortable, clear your heart. Strengthen your heart. Clear your heart and clear your mind and your soul and share your story. Share your story. There's always, things here, things there, and it's important to always share your story and be at peace and be at one with yourself. Don't hold on to anybody else's struggles, because that's their struggles and not yours. Hold on to your strength. That is our strength.
Yes, thank you for that, strength. I like that you said share your story, and you said something else, but I forgot. But I think that's important for people to share their story. Joy, don't laugh. Joy, don't laugh. All right, Audacious. Go ahead, Audacious. Let's see what she got for y'all.
Okay. The one thing I want to say is cherish your family, cherish your loved ones. You never know when their last day is. Spend time with your family, even though we probably can't do it right now because with this COVID stuff. But cherish your family, cherish your loved ones, especially your parents, because you never know when their last day is. And that's it.
Yes, cherish your families. Family is everything. Thank you, Audacious. Last but not least, baby girl Joy.
Baby sis.
Again, I would just like to, reiterate that it's age before beauty. But also, I just want to give a shout out to Nicole. Shout out to Nicole. She accomplished so much. Go buy her book. If you didn't buy her book yet, we're going to have some problems. No, I'm kidding. But it's a great read. I'm very proud of her. Follow her on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And that's it. That's what I want to share.
Nicole and Sweeney.
Thank you, Joy. Joy just won the Sister of the Year award.
You know what?
Thank you.
You know what?
I did not pay her to say that. Strength, it's okay. It's all love.
I'm the one holding y'all down now, baby.
Lord have mercy. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. But before I leave, I just want to say today's episode affirmation is: after every tragedy, there is a victory. So please follow me on, like my sister said, on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Nicole and Sweeney. I thank you guys so much for joining in this evening. I also want to take this opportunity to dedicate this episode, which we were talking about family, to my aunt Teresa. We love you. God bless your soul. Rest in peace. We are so blessed to have had you as an auntie. We will carry you forever, and we know you are resting well. All right, guys, that is all for this evening. Have a great night, and remember that God is proud of you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.